ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand,
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
VP4TV.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. Welcome to Dwight. We have 2 matches to go in this horrible virtual World Snooker Championship of 2024. The sooner it's over, the better. We have 2 multiple virtual world champions playing tonight. Old timers, so to speak. Albinario, who has won everything that there is to win in Virtual Pool 4. And Keith, a name of past virtual championships that he won. He has won the Virtual World Snooker Championship, but it's that long ago I can't remember when. But it is a while ago. But like former champions, they still know how to win. He might be in an uphill battle tonight, but in a race to 4, in my opinion, anything can happen. Now, Keith was in earlier today getting a bit of practice, and he's come back in the last 15 minutes in preparation, and Albinario will do his usual thing. He will show up at the last minute. I'm not 100% certain that this chat is behaving itself. I did a test when I was in Twitch there, and it never came through. I think Dwight was in Twitch, and it came through. So maybe the system's warming up, but we will see what happens. But the other news, if you don't know, we already have a full house for the 8-ball World Championship. 32 are in it. I did a little video earlier on looking at the fixtures. We've got 3 major fixtures in that first round to look forward to. None more so than the match between Cobra and Stubb. But if you have a look at the little video, I give a sort of rundown of what I think will happen by 1 or 2 of the matches. If not all of them, because I don't think all of them will go ahead. But we won't. I'm pretty certain we won't have the forfeits to the level that we had in the Snooker World Championship. So we will see. Now I'm back on my phone, and Twitch is not coming through my phone. I was certain there's something wrong. There's definitely something wrong with this coming through via the phone. I'm going to go back to Twitch. Just give me a minute so I can monitor all the chat. It doesn't seem to be that it's coming through while I'm on YouTube on my phone. So I'm going to go to Twitch and see what happens here. I wasn't convinced it was 100% earlier on either, but let's go there. Yeah, the chat's all shown in Twitch as well as my my test that I did, so it seems to be working fine, so I'll stay with that. Right, what time is it? We have got 3 minutes to go. That might be just enough time. Hang on a minute, I can what I'll do. I'll do this. If we go to there and go through the bracket, here's the 3 matches I was talking about. We have the match with Stubb and Cobra, and then right next door to it we've got Larry against Spectre Dawn. All of those, of course, first round matches, no buys, of course. And then if you go further down, you've got another one to top the lot. You've got One Pocket Slim up against Albinario. So there's 3 matches not to be missed, and I hope I can get them. I would think that the matches between Larry and Stubb, not Larry and Stubb, Larry and Spectre Dawn, that would certainly be probably at a time that would suit me. Bear in mind, Spectre Dawn is in the UK, Larry is in the States. Cobra and Stubb, again, that's not going to be at a silly time. And likewise with Slim and Albinario, because you've got big time zone difference between these guys. So again, hopefully that will be a reasonable time. But prospects of some very good first round matches. That's still a little bit away though, not until the 11th of September. So we are at 1 minute to the top of the hour and still no sign of Albinario. Now I wonder if Albinario's been delayed or anything. We will see. And if he's not here right when the room goes up, then the panic button might get hit. I might have to try and get a hold of him. And in fact, just as I speak, the room has gone up. So right now, Albie's got 10 minutes to get in the room. Let me just, I'll get Facebook up just in case. In case for some reason he's forgotten. Where is he? I still don't see him in the lobby, so I'll just send him a message. Still not here, no. Let's see if I get a reply. We don't want a disaster tonight. Right, well, the message has been sent and Albinario is still not in the lobby and I'm still waiting on a reply. So we're now at 2 minutes past the hour. We always assume that most people have their phone with them anyway, and that they would get an alert that he's had a message. It's a bit concerning that there's not been any acknowledgement of it, at least within a minute. Now I can't read the chat at the moment. I'm watching Facebook on my phone to see if we're going to get any response from Albinario. In fact, I'll just go in and tell Keith so that he knows what's happening. I can't type. Well, clearly you would think there has to be something that's cropped up that's preventing Albie giving us a reply. Albie's usually very reliable, and also that he has in the past sent me a message saying that he's going to be 5 minutes late or something. You know, he hasn't even said anything like that, so that's a wee bit worrying when you don't know what's up. Ah, wait a minute, we've got something about to come in. He says he's coming. Right, so we'll get in the room. Right, and I'll get back to Twitch. If I can remember where the bloody thing is on my phone. Where the hell is it? And then I'll be able to read the chat then. Hang on. Right. Welcome to Mark. Welcome to Hair Pig. And here we go. Lag for the break. Race to 4. No sign of Steve in the lobby again. I wonder if his PC's still giving him problems. Or his connection's still giving him problems. Or he's out of town. One of the two. But he never said anything about coming on. So, you know, he might appear out of the blue. Right, so predictions for this that I can't predict, because I honestly think this could go any way, because on his day Keith's as good a match to anybody, especially in snooker. And the same old story, 7 on Twitch, 7 on YouTube, 2 on Twitch. One of them is me. Well, here Pig's going 4-1 to Albie. Well, I think that's a bit heavy, but I think it could be 4-1 the other way as well. But every possibility it could. But Keith can't be pushing the boat out too far. That's the one bit of advice I would give him. Right, let's get down to this end. Well, Semi-Pro doesn't give Keith a chance. Watch this cue ball. Well, that's the first one of the night out of the way. And Albie's not taking any stupid shots on. He's, well, maybe he is. I thought he was going to run for cover there, but if he's going to play this red, he's going to have to get right into it to get away from there. That cue ball wants to get into the bunch of reds. That was cleanly done. Black, of course, out the game. Pink out the game. And one red to the right of the pink that you can play for. And then the one at the back of the black. That's about it. And he's got a decent enough line to try and get out of there, because he's got no joy happening at this end of the table. Well, that little nudge hasn't done him any harm, although he's the wrong side of the blue. As long as he can find a gap between those baulk colours and get down this right-hand side, he's got a straightforward enough red. But he wants to come down far enough. He really wants to come down where the cue ball, when he pots this red, is just running through to the left. He doesn't want to be nudging into any more reds, because it doesn't guarantee him a colour. So he's got to get this shot right, get the line right, and he's not avoided the brown. Well, he really should be running for cover now. See, this is something that I'd be surprised that Albie took on. You know, that's just been overly aggressive and relying on luck to get in a colour. And he's, again, it does not surprise me that he chose the sensible shot. And if Keith has a similar way of thinking, then he should be doing something very similar, but you've got to watch what you nudge out here. Now that red above the black, if he plays those two reds, the red above the black might bump the black and go left. No, he's hit it nice and thin. He might be heading south again here, by the way. He certainly is. Well, it's good to get them out your system early on in the match. Now, the two reds, that extreme left red, the two reds above that red, the top one's the one to play for, because the second red goes towards the red and the black. But again, he's hit the outside red exactly the way you want to hit it. Featherweight touch. So no damage done at all. But Keith will be playing the shot I was talking about. If he plays this right, this second red's going to come down. In fact, he hasn't even moved it, so that's even better. And that's a good shot, because that has blocked the right side of the table. It has blocked the left escape route. And Albie's going to have to go a couple of rails here. There's no way out of there now. Is he going to try just into the side of the pack, or is he going to try the pro escape like he had done in I think his previous match? He got that round two rails, clip the reds and back to bolt, but no, he's going into the side of the pack. This is going to glance off, is it? No. Well, easy escape for Keith. I mean, this is simple, just a little glance off the red. A wee tiny bit of left I would put on the cue ball, just so that it pushes it up to that top cushion as we look. Well, he's going the other way. Same result though, but the problem with that shot is he's let loose a red. Now, if he'd played my shot, there was never any danger of that. You see, that's a mistake from the safety. Had he played my shot, there was no danger of that happening. And a poor choice of shot there, and he didn't execute it in terms of how thick he hit the reds to set that one loose. And he may well be paying the price this time, because the black's now free. There are reds to work with. And that is the first big mistake. It really surprises me there that Keith didn't play the shot I was talking about. You were never at any risk at all with my shot. It was completely safe. You could still have had the cue ball up where it is, but there was nothing on other than a safety. So that's surprising. I've still not got my bus pass, by the way. I thought it would arrive today, and it still hasn't arrived after I get my email on Sunday. and I've been watching all these videos on YouTube. There's a few guys make videos of different bus journeys, and this guy got a bus from Glasgow to Gibraltar, and he had to get on 3 different buses, and he said never again. Now that's what I said when me and my mate went to London for the weekend. We got on a national bus up on Buchanan Street in Glasgow and went overnight to London, and it's the worst bloody experience of my life. Well, Albie's taking some time with this shot. Aye, connection's gone, and it's not my problem. The PC's fine. I think, in fact, I actually went and had my dinner and I had socket connection failed. In fact, it looks as if it's just me there because everybody's okay. I wonder if I can get back in the room. Oh, it's going to be like this then, is it? It's going to be like this. Yeah. That's weird. I'm not gonna kill VP4. I'm gonna let it hang and see if it actually connects, because the odd time it does connect. No, I'll do that out of desperation. I'm not at that stage yet. Yeah, I went and had my dinner. I was in the VP lobby, went and had my dinner, and I came back and I had the socket connection error, and I've just had it there. So maybe I'm getting the same problem Steve's getting. You saying VP4 is down? How come the lobby was still? Has there been problems all day? Welcome to Spud Boy. Welcome to Jose. Right. I don't think it's worth my while. You have to get to 66. I read that online. I think that's a bit cruel. But I'm looking at a trip up to, I'll probably, if I survive to next summer, I think I'll get the bus from Glasgow to Skye, because I've never been to Skye. And I might look at some accommodation up in Skye so that I can maybe stay there for a couple of days. I think that might be a good trip, because I've been up, I've actually been up slightly farther than Skye in terms of how far north up the coast I've been. I've been up to Applecross, which looks across to Skye. That was some trip. That was about 3.5 hours in the car. Right. Still no joy. Right, so I'm going to kill the game and I will restart it. VP4 won't load for you either, Mark. Right, in fact, and Steve isn't in the bloody building either. Right, get a hold of Simon if you can, and let him know about it, please. Or I'll send a message to him, because if Simon can't do anything about it, Steve needs to know about it. And the game is free. See, I've not been on all day. I've not been on till this afternoon. I had that disconnect. Ah, hang on a minute. Keith just sent me a message, and it says VP updating VP4 online. So he's had a pop-up. I don't know whether he's just had that now. So I suggest that everybody who's watching, I'll be there in a minute. I'm just going to log back into bloody Twitch. Hang on. But I think everybody should kill their VP4 and Control-Alt-Delete, bring up the task manager, end the process of VP4 and restart it and see if you get an update. Because Keith has sent me a screenshot showing exactly that. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to kill the process. I'll be with you in a minute. Don't go away. Right, I hope you can hear me, guys, because now my my XSplit broadcaster's locked up. You've got to laugh. The news is that Albie's at the table and he's on a break at the moment. He's on a break of 17 and he's still on the black for his third black here. I'm going to have to shut down XSplit broadcaster and do a restart, Nick, because it's completely locked up. Hang on, let me try and shift the scene. Hang on. No, it's not. It's right. That's better. We got there eventually. Well, I didn't have an update, by the way. I did a restart and had no update. I switched off my antivirus so that it wouldn't cause any issues with an update, but I never had an update, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. I don't know why Keith had an update. There hasn't been an update recently at all. Anyway, I'll be on a break of 32. I presume they've all been blacks. And of course, a quick reminder, we've only had 2 centuries in the tournament. One of them was 109. Was that Albie that made that? But semi-pro is still the top with 111. I can't believe that's going to stand for the rest of the tournament. There's still enough frames left to beat that. Well, this is a big shot because the cue ball's going to come out of there one way or another. He's got to get through these balls. Whether he'll have a decent shot in the black remains to be seen, but it is decent enough. So, welcome back, everybody. Looks a wee bit straightish, yeah. Got into the cue ball well enough, and a nice angle in the red. Can just stun out for the black. I mean, he could go forward and spin out, but probably just a little stun. Well, he is spinning out. Now, how straight is that? Got enough angle. Problem is, he's probably going to have to come back this way for that red that's just to the left of the cue ball. I don't know. If he goes too far, he might be in the middle one, and that'll do. That'll do. Because he's probably overhit that red for the one that he was probably playing for, but the fact that he found a gap was good enough. And 2 reds on the left-hand side to play on now. But he's still staying on the right, but that's fine. Take them in whatever order it is. This one will open up the other one, of course. And it's definitely first blood to Albinario. It's just a question of what's the total going to be. Because, let's be honest, if he minds his work here, the high break's going to go. Well, that's the question everybody asked. Albie just, he just settles into his game. That's why you've got to be on your game right from the off. But he's now given Keith a lesson on getting your shot choices right, because that was a big boo-boo that he made. He doesn't want to brush the red, and commentators curse. He's got nothing on. Well, he's annoyed at that because he knows fine well if he'd missed that little kiss in the red there, he was pretty much home and dry for the big break. And he's just going to have to give this a bang. and hope he can double it. Good effort. So the break ends in 72, and Albinario 1-0 up. I'll have a quick drink. Yeah, I'm still puzzled at that safety shot. I mean, I don't know whether whether Keith was being aggressive and trying to free the black up in the process, but that was too early in the frame to be taking any risks, and such an easy alternative. And well, the one thing is let's hope for his sake that he has learned that lesson, because you know, if you get loose in any way, Albinario is really going to be all over you. And, you know, I think you could say that was satisfactory punishment that Albi just administered there. And that was a good effort. And, of course, when you have that little run of the ball, you get away with it like that. Well, Keith's got to just roll up to that red. He's going to have to do very well here, because he can't play the left side of the pack. He can't play the right side. He's got to just roll up to that red or roll into the pack, one of the two. Now, is that a touching ball? Yes, it is. Now, Albi won't be running anywhere from there. He won't be running anywhere, but he can't move the touching ball, or that's a foul. So hope for his sake he's paying attention. And it's touching that one there. So he can only play away from that red, but he can't run down to bolt, because the odds are he's leaving a red on either side of the table here. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. Yeah, that's all he could do. And Keith will do the same thing, and until somebody either makes a mistake or they call a draw and they start again. Albinario is all for it. And yeah, I think we could have been here for 25 minutes doing this. And Albinario will choose call a draw in the options in the menu, and then Keith has to agree to that. Maybe the two of them are scratching their head wondering what to do here. That would be a laugh. My YouTube account is bugged. Won't send me my notification to log in. Well, it probably has done, but it goes to your junk folder in the email. Hang on a minute. What the hell's what's Albi doing? Because there's no sign of life out of Albi at all here. Albi's going quiet. Mine says waiting for opponent to respond to your stalemate. Ah. Albie can't type. Just tap the balls again, Albie, and give the turn to Keith. Just play a shot, Albie. It might be that it might be that this is maybe slightly bugged as well. You can't move the cue. Well, the only other thing to do then is to bail out but don't quit, if you know what I mean. Aye, like that. Oh, Keith's gone. Keith's gone. He's going to come back in. But you might have to do the same. Oh, well, Albie's cue's now moving. Well, Keith won't have the option to do that because he's not at the table. The option has to be from Albie because he's the player in at the moment. Is this just today we've had these problems? Because that could be a problem with a signal going from the... I don't know the technical side of it, but it could be a problem with a signal coming from Albie's end via the server to Keith. I don't know. Only Steve could verify anything. I think we might need a restart here, by the way. I think we need a restart in the bloody server. Because this, I mean, these guys can't play on like this. Oh, he has given it to him, right? He's given it to him. It's only the player that's in that can send that option. Right, Albie, if you're there, just wait a wee second. If you're listening in the stream, I think maybe the one option would be to try a restart in the server and see if that settles things down. Simon, the two... Oh, you have been here, right? The two guys. Well, obviously you can see what's happening then. They want to call a draw, right? But obviously the player at the table is the one who has the option or has the choice of sending a proposal to call a draw. But Keith's not seen it his end. And we also have been having problems with the server today as well, with this socket error thing coming up. I just got kicked out there 5 minutes ago, and we need to have maybe one way to resolve this situation. Right, there's the socket connection failure, so... Right, that's good. Mind you, if we go back into the room, I mean, it's pretty critical. Keith 1-0 down in the table as it is. It's pretty critical that this bloody thing works. Because he's not, I mean, you can't be playing a forced shot with these two reds over pockets. You can't be doing that. But it's Albie that's at the table. You know, It needs to be Albie at the table again, so Keith will have to give it back to Albie. And I can't get in the room. Yeah, this is... this is looking dodgy. Where the hell's Steve when you need him? Hmm? Now I see Keith in the room, but I can't move the queue. Well, I can't get in the room, Albie, so there's probably a problem. What is it, Simon? You want me to get out of the room? Bear in mind that I'm not in it. I can't. Well, I'm not in or out of the room. I'm trying to connect, and it won't connect. I don't know what it said in the room that I've arrived or I've left, but there's nothing doing at the moment. Let's see if this will work this time. Hang on a minute. I'm going to kill VP4 again. Right. Right, I'm in now. And it doesn't look as if there's any progress been made here. Well, this is annoying. It's now a touch and ball again. This is bloody weird, this. Well, that's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. No, he can't. He can't give him a frame. That's no the way to resolve it. Well, Keith's just given away the likelihood of a second frame here. That's annoying. You're saying but you need to be playing. You need to be playing a human being. You need to be. You can't be in a room yourself, Spud Boy. You have to be in with a human being, and play a couple of shots and then check the menu. You can't play yourself and do that. It won't work. I know that won't work. I would take that advice, Keith, rather than just sacrificing giving Albie a free go here. Well, that's a bug then. Unless Steve can come up with some explanation as to why the hell it's not working. What a time for that to happen. That's a sickener. Where the hell's Steve, Simon? I wonder why Keith sent me that pop-up showing he had an update. I mean, that would be the fairest solution. Restart it, and Keith gives Albie the first frame. Start the first frame, and then Keith concedes the first frame, and we're off and running. That would be the fairest way to do it. Oh, not Albie. Well, maybe Keith won't want to restart it now. He's not got exactly an easy red to start with. But that's the fairest solution, is restart it. Keith concedes the first frame. And then on we go. And then we get Steve to have a look at this bloody setup where the call a draw option doesn't seem to exist. I mean, it happened. I mean, this happened earlier in the tournament, didn't it? What match was I streaming? Was it Matt's match? Was it Matt that was involved and we had a call a draw? Well, it's your choice, Keith. But if you don't get this red, you're going 2-0 down. That's a good shot. And now you look at the table and you think, right, well, you've got to make the most of this opportunity. 39 points down. Well, Coldest Pillow, you were in the bloody stream. Now you want us all to explain what was happening. No. That's my answer to that. You were in the stream earlier, and now you're back in asking what the hell's happened. Put the bins out. That's for you. You get somebody else to put the bins out. My bin goes out tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock when I wake up. Before I play cowboy. That's when my bin goes out. It doesn't go out this time of night. Well, thanks, Simon. We offered all the options available. Keith wants it this way, then he just has to live with it. Well, make a note of that. We need to get a hold of Steve and get him to go and test this bloody call a draw and explain why it isn't working. It's got nothing to do with how many shots you play in a frame of snooker. I can't believe that. Because I'm pretty certain this happened in an earlier match. I think Matt was involved. And we called a draw and off we went. We re-racked, not a problem. Well, there's a black mist. So this should be 2-0 now. I've no doubt that this worked fine earlier in the tournament. I've no doubt it did. I mean, if I see Matt, I'll ask him because I'm pretty certain it was his match. But it is a load of crap that happening. Oh, this isn't a gimme, this red. Still 43, well it's not a red he's on the bloody pink, what am I talking about? Well, the frame's over now, all bar the shouting. Well, if Keith's going to come out of this match, he's going to have to do it the hard way. And maybe Semi-Pro's prediction's not going to be far wrong, but by untowards means the way it's happened. But you would think that Keith's really got to win this third frame. He's got to win the third one. That's of vital importance for his survival. So 51 in front. Frame conceded. Albinario leads 2 frames to 0. Keith breaking. Now this looks a good line, this cue ball. Covers the left side of the pack, escape route. Well, there isn't, but he's got a pot on. But can he stun over for the black? Well, he can, but he won't pot it. Now, can he run through? Is he going to catch any of those reds? No, he's trying to avoid that. same old, same old. Keith's got a start here now. He can ride his luck here and try and nick behind that red and black. Well, he got a brush on the red. And, well, if anything, he just played it a wee bit too heavy. But, I mean, he has got a pot in the black. That'd be crazy, though. But he's got a... How's the angle on the green? It's far too straight. He's got a wee bit of angle, but he'd be looking to get on that red right up to the right of the black there. Not quite sure what that was, but at the end of the day, it was not a bad safety. Well, you need to get a cigarette paper edge on that red to thin it and hit the cushion and avoid the green. This looks good. It looks good, and it's very good. So this is spinning into the back of the pack. But a red has leaked out. And a red is on. He was diagnosed a while back there, wasn't he? He was terminally ill. That's just a wee bit straight. He can punch it through though. Now there's a red there at the back of the pack. He should be able to get on that comfortably enough, I think. Let's have a look. Yes, he should. Well, he's went for the big smack. And he's still got a red. Now he's got to watch the line off this red. And he's overcut it quite a margin. And the red has come to his rescue though. Well, there's a roll of the ball that was desperately needed there. Now if that bumps the black, well, I was going to say there, if it bumps the black, Keith might have a red into the middle, but he won't now because that's horrible. Now, this is where you play the thin edge, and you've got to try and use that yellow here. That's a bit heavy. Now he needs the brown to come to the rescue. And that has done. The cue ball has sneaked out far enough. So this is just a straightish pot in and a roll through for the black. But it's rattled. And I think Keith's his own worst enemy because I think he's still stewed. I think he should have thought about it and took that option. there was no harm in resetting the match and starting it and giving the first frame to Albie and then getting on with it that way, because then it's fine and it gives you a chance to clear your head. But anyway, that was his choice. Good evening. VP4's broken again. My XSplit broadcaster's playing up as well because some of my function buttons aren't working. Hang on a minute, let me test this. Yeah, there's something wrecked with my XSplit broadcaster as well. I don't know whether it's because I had, you know, when I'm live streaming, I've actually restarted the game that I'm supposed to be live streaming. I don't know whether that's caused the issue, but functionality has gone down the pan. I don't think any of my controls are working at all. I haven't tested the replay, but one other button I've just tested isn't working. And the replay isn't working either. I'll just leave it as it is. Yeah, Simon, I don't know whether Simon's still there, but Simon's done a restart and whatever, but the problem's the game itself, and the one of the options in snooker is watch the cue ball. Well, Keith went all out there with the top in the cue ball. It's followed into the pocket, and it's Christmas come early again for Albinario. Well, we don't know anything about that. We don't know anything he's doing. He doesn't tell us. He's never told us. Well, the odd time he said I'm trying to fix this or I'm trying to fix that, but that's about it. You know, that's something that's common knowledge for most people that watch the streams. You know that we know there's a problem, and he goes away and he says he's going to look at that, and then he'll tell us he's looked at it and he's done this and whatever, and then he'll have an update. But any other information, very little or no information we get from him. But the concern is the fact that a fundamental rule of the game, the call a draw option, seems to be broken when it was functioning perfectly okay earlier in the tournament. And it played its part in ruining the flow of the game. But nevertheless, the game's all about potting balls and making breaks and outscoring your opponent, and Albie's doing that. But this is self-inflicted damage by Keith, playing the aggressive shot, running through off the colour onto the reds, glancing off the reds and following through into the corner pocket in the left, And this is a result of it. Now this is going to have to be a big stun to get back up that right side, or he's going to play one into the middle if there's anything on. There only is the one. And he's played the shot I was talking about, and that's perfect. And it's 3-0 to Albinario. Well, Matt hasn't been around, so he'll find out soon enough that as at present, it's probably going to be Albinario breathing down his neck in the final, unless there's a major turnaround here. So 3-0. Albinario breaks off in the frame that he needs to get to yet another championship final. Yeah, surprising that, you know, Barkers hasn't been around since last year. Well, I think Keith's made his mind up here. This is suicide. Yeah. He's doing all the things you don't do in snooker right there in his last two visits. Second last visit was scratching and giving Albie his free go. And then that there is a fatality. Well, it's a long bloody holiday, that's all I'm going to say. I mean, this tournament's been on for, what, 2 months? Well, the only thing we've got to look forward to here is whether Albie can get the high break of the tournament. Can he pot the black, I wonder? Right, well, Keith said enough. Well, that's it, folks. Short but sweet. But Semi-Pro gets the call on the result because it's a 4-0 win for Albinario. And it's probably not giving Keith the option to resign either. That's why he's taking his time, because it's probably not giving him that. Because there's far too many points in the table to have a resign option, I think. We'll soon find out. Right, so it's going to time out. Oh, he's arrived again. Why has he come back into the room? Right, that's it. Well, disappointment. I mean, I suppose that tops it all, doesn't it? With the amount of forfeits we've had in the tournament, why not have another one? So, Albinario is through. Not the way we wanted it to happen, but that's the way it goes. Where are we? There we go. So now we have a final, and it's England versus Sweden. MC Clarkey against Albinario, and the deadline date for that is September the 1st at 11 PM GMT. That is not British summertime, but we're still on British summertime. So the finals between those two guys. It's a race to 9. Obviously, proposals will be sent, and we'll have a match at some point in the not too distant future. Meanwhile, somebody is still in that room, and it might be miasma. No, it isn't. Somebody's still stuck in there. There's no other tournaments on. And that is it, folks. Disappointing end to it. I just wish Keith had thought about it and took the fairer option, which was to restart the thing, sacrifice that first frame to Albie, and then we could have had a match, possibly. He might have got himself in a better frame of mind doing it that way, but he made his choice, he made his decision, and then he started doing daft stuff. But that's it. So, next time will be Friday night 9-ball. We'll see you. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll bid you good night. No reason to hang around here anymore. We will see you later. Take care. Because I can't do anything. Nothing's functioning on my XSplit either. I'm going to have to manually shut it down. So see you later, guys. Thanks for joining us. Sorry it ended up the way it ended up.